Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get this going. It's been a while. I low-key may have forgotten how to do all this. Okay. I think my mic is dead. That's okay though. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, and I'm glad to be back. I've got a ton of stuff to talk to you guys about. So, first, I just want to get my mic so that you guys can actually hear me though. All right. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. I have some news. Things have been happening, and it's been kind of crazy over the last few months, and I have missed you all so much. Hi, Kevin. Hi. Yeah, things have been wild, and I have missed you all so much. I have specifically missed you, Kevin. But I appreciate that you've been like interacting with my posts and stuff in the interim, because I haven't been live in like a couple of months, and I want to talk to you about why. So in December, I was diagnosed with a corneal disease called keratoconus. And so basically, the nice dome shape that most people's corneas have, mine has slowly been coming to a cone shape, more like a point, over the last 20 to 30 years of my life. But I didn't know. So I was slowly losing vision and slowly losing hope. But I hadn't even been talking about it here because honestly, I was like, this isn't something that like is going to get fixed. And like, I just thought, you know, I was going to have to deal with it. Yeah, I know. It's actually pretty scary. Because all of the vision loss that I've already experienced is permanent. So, like the shape of my eye is permanently changed and it's not going to improve. Um, and I would have to have like surgery to even try to change it. And it could get worse. And because my vision is so important to me, as it is to all of you, I have decided to get a corneal surgery to help me preserve what's left of my vision. So my left eye is going to be going in for surgery on Monday. And I am so nervous, but I know it's going to be okay. Hello, hi, what does that say? Oso Charlton. Hi. But yeah, my whole like sense of self and like what has been going on with me has changed ever since I got this diagnosis, because I had no idea, you know, what's going on for really my whole life. I had no idea. Thank you so much, Kevin. Oh, I love you too. I am really hoping that the surgery will stop the progression. That's the big goal. And I don't know if you can tell, but I actually have a contact lens in that is so big, I think you can actually see it. And so like that rim around my eye that you see, that's actually like the whole size of the contact lens. So it's like the size of a quarter on top of the white part of my eye. It's called a scleral lens. And so like the whole contact like goes over my cornea and makes like this dome so that I can see more clearly. And hopefully next year I'll be able to get my right eye scleral lens, or maybe this year, we'll see. if I'll be able to get a scleral lens for my right eye. But it's like putting, and I love that somebody said it's like putting a cereal bowl over your eye. I like to think of it like a margarita glass because those are really big too. But like you get this giant cup and you fill it with this fluid. And so you like pour, 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 pour until you can't pour no more, to fill up the lens, and it kind of creates this dome shape with the meniscus of the water from the surface tension. Once you have kind of this wobbling thing, you put it right over top of your eye, and you have to like look down into this plunger and stick it into your eye. It's super hard because you can't blink and you have to look straight into it, which is terrifying. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about like my healing process. You may not see me as much as you used to, because I would be on like every single weekday for months and months last year. But things started to take a turn and I was just like not in the right headspace. At least now I understand why things were going really bad and why things were so hard. It was because things were actually getting harder. And so I'm trying to like be gentle with myself and be peaceful with myself about that. Because, you know, you can't control that kind of thing. You just kind of have to roll with it. So I am being at peace and at ease with myself, and being gentle with myself, knowing that like my heart and my desire was to be here with you all. And that it's gonna get better, right? It's gonna improve. Not because I'm gonna be able to see better, but because now I know what my condition is. Keratoconus is something where I can treat it with this first surgery just to stop the progression. I can look into other avenues for my right eye because both eyes have it. I can meet lots of different doctors. Maybe I can talk to a few different doctors. It'd be super cool to raise awareness by talking to them on the channel. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll be able to meet like all the cool doctors and talk to them here. Maybe I'll make a special space just for keratoconus, and post up there. But I'm really excited just to actually know that there's a name for it, that it's not just like my eyes are weak or I have bad vision or anything like that. It's literally just that my eyes, for all of the beauty that they hold, just don't work super well because the shape of my cornea has changed. And it's been changing over time. Thank you so much for the likes and for kind of checking in and seeing how things are going, by the way. Hello, hello. Lorenzo, it's great to see you. I've missed you so much. What are you saying? Of course I have. I have missed you and everyone on this channel so much. I was just sharing that I recently got a diagnosis for like this eye condition, which is part of why I haven't been on as much. And I've been trying to figure out like, how do I reorganize my channel? And so I'm going to be talking a lot more about that. I was doing a lot of like weight loss stuff. Fun fact, my body still looks great, even though I haven't been doing like the weight loss stuff. So that's exciting. I have like just kind of stayed stable. I'm at like 170, which is great. And I think I'll probably shoot for like, you know, working on my body a little bit more this year. But right now, I'm immediately focused on just getting my eyes to a place that feels really healthy, get my vision to a place where I know it's going to work, and where I feel like I can rely on, you know, my vision. It's very important. I use my sight to do YouTube. I use my sight to work. It's like critical to everything about my day. And so, you know, as big of a deal as it is to do anything to my eyes, I know it's really important to be on top of things and be proactive. So yeah, I am just focused on making sure that my eyes are healthy, and that everything is stable. And once I feel like everything is stable and I have good records for both eyes, I know that the condition isn't progressing or anything like that, then I will be looking into other options and just like talking to people about the condition keratoconus, because I feel like I never heard it before except for because I happen to have a friend who has keratoconus. I heard about their story and I was like supporting them, and I thought like holding their hand and, you know, giving them all the love and care and attention that they needed. And then it turned out that I was going to need it right back. So they have been supporting me and telling me all about like the condition and how it works, and you know what is going to happen for me, and like how not to be afraid, and like how important it is to find good, competent ophthalmologists and everything. Do not excuse yourself first and foremost. You're looking great. Focus on you and your progress and stabilize the life you want to live. I see you when I see you. Aw, thank you, Lorenzo. You're so sweet. And yes, it's good. And I'm so excited to have a support system with somebody who actually has the condition, just because like I was like scared because I didn't like just get a diagnosis. I was in like a regular glasses fitting, and like I was having such a hard time reading the chart that I actually stopped it, and I was like, I was crying because I couldn't read it, and it didn't matter how many changes they made. And that's never, it like happened before, but it was just so much worse this time that like I actually got really emotional and I got really scared because I didn't want to like go blind, and I didn't know what was going on or why it was happening. And my vision is still like okay, but like without my right eye, I wouldn't be able to legally drive. Like my left eye is really not good. And I just didn't want to become disabled and not know why. And as a mom, obviously I wanted to be able to see before, but as a mom, I like can't afford to go blind and not have support every day, because my daughter goes to a school. I have a job that relies on my eyes. I'd have to learn how to do everything over again. And as much as I know I could, I was just really scared that I would have to, and I wouldn't be able to plan for it, and I wouldn't know what to do. And so this surgery is a very big step to protecting my future, to making sure that my daughter has everything that she needs. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm really grateful that I have, honestly, just an amazing doctor that I can work with right now, and that everything is going to be okay. Even though it is very scary still, to have a new diagnosis and to kind of have to work my way around that. I got a treadmill, fun fact. So I'll probably talk to you all from either that, or maybe when I'm doing like my giant contact lens, maybe I'll show you guys the contact. I'm going to go get it at 2, so maybe I'll come back or come on tomorrow and show you like how I put it in. I have a bag that I use with all my supplies for keratoconus. So I think I might like do some like live streams just showing you all what my new like life is like, because it's like having a prosthetic cornea. Like you put it on and you have to take very good care of it. It's really clunky, and it's a hard contact lens, so it's very different from like your monthly or daily contacts that you throw out. You keep this one, and as long as your prescription doesn't change, you can actually keep it for like multiple years, which is kind of cool. Well, I know you usually have to head out, so I'm just glad that you were here. Thank you for hanging out with me, Lorenzo. And thank you for hanging out with us, honestly, because, you know, we had a few people pop in and say hi. And I hope to see you next time. I'm going to be around. I just wanted to, like, come back and actually share what was going on in my life, because things get kind of scary, kind of hectic, and was more than a little nervous about all of it. But I am much more confident now that things are going to be okay. Things are going to get better. Oh, thanks for the like. I appreciate that. And yes, that was weird. I don't know what that was. But here we are. But yeah, things were getting hectic. Like I was quitting YouTube, or that I wasn't going to stay in community with you guys. Like, you all make this experience so much better. Because when I get scared, or when things are feeling kind of wild, and I don't know exactly what it is that I want to do, I know that I have some friends out here on the internet that I can talk to and laugh about things with, share the updates, and know that like you guys care too. And most importantly, that if there's anyone out there who's dealing with keratoconus, you know that you're not alone. Because like I said, I had never really heard of it. I had never really heard it before until my friend had it. And that was just a few years ago. And that's the only time I ever heard about it. Nobody else that I know has this disease. But I know there are people online who talk about it, who support each other through it. And I'm at the beginning of my journey. I may be 34, and I know that this is a disease that actually usually starts when you're much younger. It probably started for me when I was much younger too. Glasses stopped working when I was 20 or so. So I'm pretty sure that this disease started in my childhood, and has been like ramping up over time, but it's not stable still, and I'm 30, so I just don't want to be, you know, one of those folks who needs a transplant. So I want to talk to you all about how I avoid needing a transplant, what medicines I'm taking, what prescriptions I'm using, like how life is going. But I'm still going to keep it fit and like think about transformation. And this is a part of my transformation too, because our health can change even when we don't, you know, plan on it, especially when we don't plan on it. And that's when we need to be resilient. That's when we need to kind of trust ourselves and all that good stuff. So you're going to see a little bit more of me and my transformation in just how my eye health is going. I'm going to be staying at a hotel for my first week of recovery. And I plan on doing some videos, even though I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in some pain. So it might take me a little while to actually post these videos. Bear with me. But everybody talks about corneal cross-linking like it's no big deal, and there's no pain, and I don't think that's true. So I'm going to be honest about how it feels. I'm going to be honest about my experience. I plan on not taking any medication for anti-anxiety, so I'll be able to tell you whether or not you should by how it feels for me, and like how long the recovery takes, what products I use for my recovery. I'll give you a look at my old lady glasses. Let me show you. So I got my post-surgery glasses, which I'm super stoked about because my grandma used to wear a pair, and I don't know, I just like, I love that it actually makes like your vision super sharp, but it does kill all of the light, so it's just so much more gentle to look around. And the other thing is you can put your glasses on and then put those on over them. And so I got my glasses here. I can show you a demo. Hopefully they fit underneath. I got some chunky glasses last year, at the end of the year. So here are my glasses, and then these are supposed to just go over top like this. And as you can see, there's no like rim showing at the bottom. So, you know, you get a nice little sort of stylish look. It's not like, it's obviously giant, like cheap plastic as far as like the frames are concerned, but actually they're pretty durable and they're pretty comfortable as well. So I really like them. They cradle my glasses really well. My glasses look super cute too, but I actually don't need them because I have my contact in on this side. And at some point I'm gonna get a contact lens from my right eye, and then I'll be cooking with gas. Because like right now, I don't have any prescription in on my right side, which is fine because I go without my glasses anyway because I just rely on my right eye. Now I'm getting used to being able to use both eyes together. And I can't wait to get my new contact lens in because that is going to be the real test of how well my new contacts are working. And then I have this super dope bag that I carry with me. And I can't wait to show you guys like what's inside and how everything works. Because it really is like a whole new process for me. I have like eye cream, like that goes inside of your eye. Eye drops. I've got these like cute little plungers I use to put in and take out these contacts, handy wipes and alcohol wipes and all kinds of good stuff, and like way more kinds of eye drops than I even knew were real. So there's tons of eye drops and such in here. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of that with you guys. Probably tomorrow, because today I am really just focusing on getting my last update for my contact lens before I get my surgery on my eye. It's gonna be something. I'm kind of nervous. Again, I know it's going to be okay. I've got an outstanding surgeon who was a part of the clinical trials for FDA approval for the surgery, so she knows her stuff. She's done literally thousands of this procedure, and it's like a walk in the park for her. She's a person who trains people in the space, and she does lectures, so I feel fairly confident. And I look forward to meeting my surgeon and just like going over the procedure and such. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good experience, and good meaning not that it's going to be fun or pleasant, but just that it's going to do its job and I'm going to feel a lot better and have a better chance of being able to see you all clearly. This surgery won't fix my vision. It's just going to stick it in place. But being able to say that my condition is stable means a lot to me because I won't be losing my ability to see. And once I have clarity of vision, I think it's going to make a very big difference in how things go moving forward. Yeah. So I will be keeping you all looped in, and I thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I have missed y'all so much, and I'm really excited for this new chapter on The Spinning Mama. Again, for those of you who are brand new here, this is The Spinning Mama. My name is Sonia, and I am super excited to have you here with me today. We will be getting together real soon. And I will see you in the next one. For now, I'm going to knock out a little bit of work. Then I'm going to head over to the doctor's and pick up my brand new scleral lens. And I can't wait to talk to you more about what they are, how they work, all that stuff. And keep your eyes peeled for some new videos and different content because we're evolving, we are changing, we are growing over here. So yeah, okay. I'll see you real soon in the next one. Bye.